This episode is sponsored by Williams Legal Services. Did you recently get a speeding ticket or a ticket for your tints being too dark? Then Williams Legal Services might be for you. They have been helping car enthusiasts such as myself since 2016. Contact Williams Legal Services for a consultation today. Link in the description below, or give them a text or call at 647-631-5516. Hey guys, thank you for listening to the podcast. If you'd like to support the channel, buy our merch. So we made air freshener, 3D printed keychains, a flight tag, and a t-shirt. I'm actually wearing it right now. And this is what it looks like. So you like to support our cause, our channel, scan this QR code here, or you can go to visit us at groupen.club/merch and you can make the purchase there. Now let's start the episode. Prior to that, I had to do the welcome back to the podcast. And this is Sanjay. I have Sanjay here today. Yeah, because I needed to talk to him. I got some questions for you today.
Oh boy.
Funny enough, it was because of Thomas I go like, okay, I should talk to Sanjay soon. We all been talking about I should ask you to come on the pod, but then I never got around to it because there's just other things that were happening. But then Thomas was the one that went like, yo, you're gonna invite Sanjay on or not? I'm like, I want to. Is he down? And that's why I immediately messaged you after, because he said, yeah, he messaged me. I'm like, that's just set.
Let's do it, yeah.
Exactly. Keep it easy, right? So like,
exactly.
Yeah, but here we go. We have him. I know famous people. Yeah. You want to talk about, because why I call him famous is because what happened at Tokyo Auto Saloon with that guy you said?
Tokyo Auto Saloon. You
went to Japan and then they were asking about the Arc 7 guy in Canada and they pull up Instagram and who was it?
Oh no, I was there in March.
Oh, in March.
Yeah.
You weren't even okay. You're not even for the hype. You're just there because you can.
Yeah, no, I don't go for. I just go randomly. I'm like a bard. I just like travel places and backpack.
Like I just nomads. He's like,
yeah, exactly.
Time for me to go to Japan.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Goodbye, suckers. Out of here, boy. All right. Yeah. So what happened was it? You went to Japan and someone's like, hey, do you know this guy?
Yeah, I was in like I was in Yokohama and I met some Rotary guys.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh, you're from Canada?" I said, "Yeah." Well, whereabouts? I said, "Toronto." Like, "Oh, do you know this guy?" And they showed me my Instagram. And I'm like, should I say something or should I just go along with it? I don't know. But I kind of caved and was like, "Oh, that's me." I pulled up my phone. I'm like, "That's me." And they lost it. They were like, "Holy smokes. Like, what are you doing here? Where's your car?" I'm like, I don't know, 10,000 miles away.
Why would they even ask you where's your car when they know where you're from? It's like they expecting you to drive it from Canada back to Japan or something.
I don't know, but
you know what I mean? Like, what? What kind of question is that?
But them asking me that triggered it in my head. I was like, yeah, they have a point. Where is my car? It should be here. It should be in Japan.
Yeah.
It should be in Tokyo or Hokkaido or something, doing something. So spark some
you have some thoughts.
Give
me some ideas.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see Saber at the next Tokyo Auto Salon.
maybe.
More?
maybe.
I mean, people fly out just to see your car now. Hi, you want to see in Toronto? Sucks to suck. Back to Japan you go. But what were you doing? What do you mean, who are these Rotary guys, though? You just randomly walked into them? Like, hey,
just locals. Just no. I didn't go after. I never had a plan to go to talk to any shops or anything. I just want to blend it. I can't. It's hard to blend in, but
unfortunately, you're not Asian.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, calling a spade, but bro.
No, that's true. No, I just wanted to. I want to see the culture. I was there back in 2015, but I was young and I didn't really know what I was looking for. right? I didn't understand much. And then now going back to like this year, I was like, okay, I know what I want. I know what's out there, but I also don't know what's out there. So let's just mingle, get to know some people, interact, and yeah, I just socialized. I got on my comfort zone and just talked to people about cars and stuff. And then it kind of drew you to like, oh, I know this shop, or I know this crazy place that like we play arcades, or oh, this is my favorite sushi spot, or my favorite isekai spot, right? And I was like, all right, okay, cool, like this is awesome. And then yeah, I just kind of interacted. I talk to them every day still. They're always like sending me like things that they're up to, and I kind of get little FOMO here and there. And I'm like, I wish I was there.
Could have been me.
Yeah, it's just the small things. It's not even like the meets and the stuff. It's like more like just to hang out, go for a little cruise.
You have a car there?
Not anymore. No,
Okay.
no. I had one, but I ended up selling it. And that's like my emergency funds in case. Because when I go back, I do plan on getting something else. Yeah, we'll see.
What did you have before in Japan?
I had an RX-8.
Okay. And you sold it already?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a great car, but there was no point in holding on to it. I mean, it was just for the fun, right? So now we're on to like different things. Like I want to get a K truck down there.
You want a K? You and your obsession with K trucks, bro.
I love K trucks. I love K trucks.
Make this make sense to me. Why? It's literally the work mule of Japan. That's equivalent to a farmer's. It has as much torque as a what are those things called? Those those big tractors.
Oh yeah.
That K truck makes as much torque as a tractor. Let's be real.
Honestly, yes, you're right. The thing is with them is they're so quirky and but so versatile. I mean, yeah, in North America, our roads are too big for them.
Yeah.
It's just so much load on them and it hurts them.
Yeah.
But for someone like me, who goes A to B, I don't go far with it. I mod it out a little bit. I remember I had my sandbar.
Yeah.
Which I sold, but that one was great. That one had like June Racing cam, MSD ignition.
Like I said, they had June Racing cams.
Yeah, you can actually still get them. Yeah, you send them in your cams and they grind them to spec, and you could rev it to like I think it was like 10.5. So yeah,
Sanjay,
it's fun.
Why?
Why not? Just because it's slow, it doesn't mean you can't make it fast.
No, okay. No, that's not what I'm trying to get at. I love slow cars. Have you seen my CRZ?
True.
But I'm just saying, but why?
It's just the curiosity of like, this thing is a 600cc motor.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of power, but what is available to extract out of it?
And you said cams.
Yeah, there was a June Racing cam kit.
Is it a dual overhead cam or a single overhead cam?
That one was single.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they made any duals. Not that I know of, no.
Oh,
No.
even the Honda Beat one is a single overhead cam?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it's still a K-spec motor. Yeah.
Today I learned.
But they're pretty good, though.
Okay, so you did the cam swap, and then you're like, 10,000 RPM, here I come!
Yeah, and then I realized that higher RPM causes the distributor to pop out.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
From vibrations and all, right?
Yeah, because there's no bolt on it that holds it. So then it just pops out. The cap pops out from the vibration.
Yeah.
So then I fixed that. Rubber band.
I just said...
Solid. Excellent.
Should just weld it on.
Yeah. No.
Solid!
But yeah, it works. I love that K truck.
That's crazy, though. The fact that you're saying that. So basically, it became a bike motor within the truck.
Yeah, it sounded like a jet when you get up there. It's like it was super high pitched, and it was fun. It could do 407 speeds. It could do like 120 cruising, because then the power band shifted upwards, right? Just a little spooky at that, like a little wind. It starts to like do the little dance, and then you think you might die, right? So.
I'm gonna bring it back down a little bit. You said it can keep up with traffic speed 120.
Yeah, that's like max. I'm not saying like I'm not saying like 140 or anything.
I get it.
Yeah.
What RPM are you sitting at?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Oh, because it doesn't have a...
No, it doesn't have attack, but I know it's definitely above like 8-ish because it's very, very loud.
My guy literally said it's all the way in red line. I'm just holding it down speed.
5th gear, pin it. You know, just 2-wheel drive it. Don't put 4-wheel, otherwise it'll
You
explode.
blow the front diff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have another one I'm working on actually.
You bought another one.
Yeah, I have 2. But one of them I'm just building as more as like a work truck again.
Okay.
Because I loved it for its quirkiness, right?
Mhm.
The other one does not have the original motor anymore.
If you say there's a Hayabusa motor in there or
No,
a rotary, I'm
no,
like,
no, no, no. I want
behind
a
the camera, I will punch you right in your balls.
I went a different route. The traditional route that I would always go.
The rotary route?
Possibly.
The K route?
No.
Okay, so it's the rotary route then. It's done.
Yeah, it's a rotary.
Oh my gosh.
But that thing, that thing's chaotic. So I'm not done as yet. It's a work in progress.
Okay.
It's got a long way to go. But
Okay, what engine, what car are you pulling that rotary from?
that one,
Yeah.
that actually has my old motor from my FD.
Oh, so from your old motor.
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. Your old motor.
Yeah, the old 600 horsepower setup.
Wow.
The one that showed like all the full-on flames, Import Fest, Import Expo, whatever.
Hey, it's going into your K truck?
Yeah, with the DCT.
How does that fit?
It was tough, but it looks OEM.
I swear, the engine plus the transmission alone is already the length of the whole truck.
Mhm.
So what, direct drive to the rear shaft? It's going
No. That was our biggest issue for a while. But we figured that out. We actually have like an 8-inch drive shaft rather than direct drive.
Direct drive? Imagine, transmission, rear diff.
Thing will explode in 2 seconds. But
That's crazy, bro.
it should be good. Like my plan was to boost it, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, like even I think all motor is more than enough.
Is the rotary gonna be all motor in that truck?
Yeah, it's a full bridge port. So
Oh.
yeah, so it's gonna brap pretty hard and obviously have the signature 2-step and flames. And yeah, I will do it still regular.
Dude, you effectively lost weight through the engine and got it back from the transmission.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's an equilibrium. you know?
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
Take away weight here, add it back here.
Exactly.
Equivalent exchange.
It's quirky. It's a hella quirky car.
You're a hella quirky guy.
Exactly.
Mr. I only drive RX-7.
Pretty much, or only drive rotaries or non-OEM.
My favorite is still your Evo with the K-swap. And I just shat on K-swap today because I just had to. Take it as you will. I love K motors. I love Hondas. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I prefer a K-swap over an LS swap. Not because I know the LS will make more power. We all know. V8, no replacement for displacement. But it's the idea that Honda's motor, this little 4-cylinder, it's so versatile and so good that it literally just everybody else will want one. And that's the thing that makes me love it so much.
Yeah.
And you can rev it to the moon and back and they'll still be like, there's more. You want more? I can give it to you. Just have to unlock my potential. Yeah.
K-Series is a good motor.
It is, but I just don't think that... But it's just crazy for me to see that your Evo is K-swapped. Like...
It wasn't the plan.
What happened? Run me through this. Why did you say, everyone's going to be like, why you do that? 4G63 cast iron block holds all the boost in the world until it crank walks, but whatever. And you're like, K-swap. Where did that happen? How did that happen? Walk me through it.
The Kivo was a weird one.
This guy.
Yeah.
I had to swear, God. Bleep that out.
Kivo was a very interesting turn of events.
Okay.
So when I first bought that Evo,
Okay.
I bought it with the intent to go back 4G. It was strictly 4G stock, start from scratch, have a great car. But first of all, the motor itself was really expensive at the time.
Yeah.
I needed
still
everything. Yeah, it's like the cheapest one I was finding was like 10 G's. Motor, transfer case, everything, axles. I needed it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't spending 10 grand. No, that's a lot of money, right? For a motor that's gonna crank walk, as you said, right? Because I'm gonna beat on it.
Let's be real.
And then in that time, I kind of just like shunted the car to the corner. At one point we were talking about like, yo, let's just rotary swap it, right? I was like, yeah.
I mean, you're that guy.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I can do it. You know, it's not a problem. But then that's when my Civic remains started popping up.
Right, because your little sedan Civic was stolen.
Yeah, and then we tracked down that guy, and I managed to get pretty much everything but the chassis back.
So can we talk about it? Like, did you actually found the guy that took your car?
Yes. Yeah. It's complicated though.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's a whole fiasco. But yeah, long story short, yeah, he yeah. I hate that moment. That ruined Hondas for me.
Really? Because it's like, I guess, PTSD kind of deal?
Well, yeah, because like I built it so I never thought that someone would take that car. Because there was nothing really valuable like in it, right? It was just a Civic with a case swap. It was an EK sedan. Why would anyone take it, right? And someone clearly wanted it.
Yeah.
And
but they wasn't even for themselves. They stole it from you just to part it out.
No, actually they stole it. They were joyriding it, then realized that the car, like who they took it from. And then the guy decided to put all the parts into another EK sedan.
Oh.
Which I tracked down because he put my headlights on, which Tony had Dyna Motorsports made for me. So it was like one of one. I was like, hey, where'd you get those lights? And then all of a sudden.
So you realize the guy that, okay.
It was an interesting one. But yeah, they gave me back my motor. Pretty much, I would say like 90% of the car, except for the chassis.
So the chassis is still...
No, they crushed it.
They crushed the chassis.
Yeah, that's what he told me. But yeah, I got most of my stuff back, and then one day I was just looking at the Evo on the hoist, and I'm like, with my cousin actually, and I was like, yo, how funny would it be to put a K series in an Evo? And he's like, I don't know, has anyone done it? I was like, I don't know, let's go online. We go online. There's one guy in Thailand that did it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, okay, cool. He did it. How? Well, I don't know how he did it, right? I was like, okay, let's find out.
Experiment.
Yeah, he's like, I'm like, yo, get me a case of beer and give me a pizza. It's a pizza and case of beer night. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. He went, came back. I already had the motor like leveled and you know centered in the bay. I was like, okay, that's how I want it. This and that. That was Friday. Saturday was mounted.
How
Sunday,
difficult was it?
Really easy.
Yeah? Just a few... Do you have to weld anything into the frame?
No. To do it front wheel drive is really easy. The all wheel drive part was really difficult because the subframe sits a little low where it is.
The Evo subframe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That part was tricky, and I had to tube that part and just make a little spot for that. But overall, I do have a kit that I could sell to someone to put a K series in to an Evo like tomorrow if they wanted to.
So right now it's all-wheel drive again.
Yeah, it's all-wheel drive.
So I'm assuming like a CRV drivetrain or something.
I'm using a Wago diff on the back now, and the good old Land Rover viscous coupler.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's been working pretty well, but I get some issues here and there.
It's expected when you mix and match everything.
Wheel hop is my biggest problem with it right now.
That's normal. I'm pretty sure Evos do that.
The thing is like I have major axle problems with it. Like it could be fine, and then like I mean I get excited. I launch it all the time, right? Like, launch control, boom, and it'll wheel hop a few times, and every now and then I have 2 sets of axles on standby all the time.
You'll snap them.
It happens. It happens. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually happened this week too.
Wait. Is it so obviously? So what transmission are you running with that motor right now?
I'm running I ran 3 different types of transmissions on it.
This guy's just mad scientist, just out here, just mixing and matching stuff.
I tried the RSX. That's when I first got it front wheel drive.
Yeah.
And then I did RSX all wheel drive. I broke the RSX 3rd gear, I think it was.
That's normal. 2nd and 3rd is the weak one.
Yeah, it was a synchro. I don't even know to this day. I just left it. I got the 5-speed CRV one, and then I got in the States. I got a really good deal on a PPG box, and that is in the car right now, and it's so much fun, but it is extremely difficult to drive sometimes because it's clunky, right?
And a straight cut, right?
Yeah.
Like, it has a dog box in this car, bro. Like,
yeah, when I'm in traffic, everyone hears the clunking and like, they're like, what the hell's going on here?
Wait, so with the PPG, you managed to make it all-wheel drive by adding the Land Rover's transfer case, I'm assuming.
No, you use the CRV transfer case.
CRV transfer case, okay.
Yeah, and then you use the Land Rover viscous coupler.
Okay.
And
the center coupler. Yeah. For the center, right? Yeah, center diff.
Which that is a little tricky one because you got to play with fluid a lot on that. And then a good old waggle diff on the back, and then it's fine.
Okay, I mean,
it's not bad. I mean, there are different ways to do it, right? I mean, there's the Jaguar diff. There's the CRV, poor man's way. Yeah, but that's great.
But you can't hold that much power through that, right?
No, you can. It won't. I don't think it'll break that easily.
Really?
No.
Surprised.
But again, too, I'm not really a Honda guy. I just mix and match a whole bunch of crap together, and then it just worked. And I was like, sick, I got a new daily, right?
My daily. Yeah. Let me just put a PPG in it. Let me have a dog box, straight cut gear, just so I can whine everywhere, and then...
Oh, it's absolutely horrible. You have no idea. Like, sometimes I'll sit in traffic, and I go, like, clunk, and everyone will be like...
The car fall apart? The car's falling apart.
Yeah.
The car's falling apart.
I'll just casually stand there, like, with, like, a very, like, monotone face of, like, don't look at me.
You're like...
Don't look at me.
Don't remind me.
Yeah.
That's okay. Everything's fine.
Yeah. But it's a fun car. That car is a lot of fun.
So the PPG trans, and then are you using K axles, or is it a bespoke custom axles? Oh, here it comes. He laughed. Oh no.
Yo, I schemed up something for that. That was gonna be a secret because that one was so simple.
But
that was the reason why I got the car running so quick.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really, really easy. And I think I lucked out with a few things that I had available to me. The only problem was that when what was it again? I went DSS axles, drive shaft.
Nice.
Axles, and thinking that I was gonna solve the axle issues that I was having before, and it didn't change anything.
Well, what breaks though? Like, is it because too much torque or spline counts? Something?
I break it off the stub, like the inner CV boot, every single time. Yeah, which is wheel hop, right? Because it flexes. Yeah. And then the motor just kind of.
It's not able to actually put the power down properly, right?
And it snaps it right from there. I broke it in half. Yeah.
But then. Can you just, if you get a high horsepower rated drive shaft or axle in this case, wouldn't that fix the issue?
Not necessarily, because then you move the problem to somewhere else, right?
Into the gearbox.
Right, exactly. Which is why I ended up with my second transmission breaking. Because I did DSS, and I was like, yeah, now it's bulletproof. And then it ended up breaking, what did it break? It broke second gear, I think it was, on the CRV box. And I was like, okay. It's fine. And then I got the PPG one, and I was like, I don't want to break it.
You don't want to repair it. You don't want to drop it and repair it.
No, because I wouldn't repair that. I think I'd probably go with DSG at that point. And the Evo and just call it a day, you know.
My guy's gonna go and grab a Golf R trans and just slap it on. There you go. Oh, that'll fix it.
DQ 250 or DK
500.
500 is bulletproof, right?
500. Yeah. Because you might as well go RS3 one time.
Yeah, but I mean, you put it in once, and I mean, I'm really well versed in the whole dual clutch thing now, especially with my car. It's a walk in the park for me. Well, I mean, like the tuning part, right?
Yeah.
The transmission is a walk in the park. So,
because you still have to tune it because it's electronic controlled, right? Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so the axle is a trade secret. Can't expose.
Nah, Nah, I can't.
That's crazy.
There's two ways to do it. You could obviously just call up like a shop.
Custom drive shafts.
Be like, yeah, like I got Evo stubs and a K series inner. Make me an axle. But if you want a real poor man's, like I would say like sub $150 axle.
Quick change, quick lube shit.
Quick, yeah, and you can like stock up like 10 of them in the shop or like in your backyard or in the trunk if you wanted to. Oh, I know a way.
You know which ones.
Yeah, I know exactly which ones, and no one would.
You never guess it.
No. And it just happened to be in the shop. I was thrown out, and then I was like, wait a sec. The spline counts are the same.
What if?
What if it works?
You would?
And my ABS works. My whole dash works. My traction works. All my gauges work. Speedo works. All that. Everything. It's not like, you know, when people do a backyard swap, like the whole dash doesn't work. All these lights. No.
Yeah.
And I have my CAN bus working through it, so I can plug my OBD into it and read my K-Pro.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
That's actually genuinely amazing.
Yeah, it's a turnkey car. Just the only downside of it is that stupid PPG box that I put, which...
That's kind of on you, though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You could have chose a standard, like a regular transmission in there. You know, like another CRV, maybe do a... Because you should be able to do the 6-speed swap into it and then just figure out how to... you know what I mean? Like, if you really want to go down the 6-speed route, right?
The thing is I don't know what I was up to with that car. It ended up becoming faster than my RX-7 at one point, and then I was like, shit.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm like, this is more fun than the RX-7, and it drives better.
Really?
Well, it was like a fuel-efficient version of my RX-7.
Yeah.
Pretty reliable. And
Ray was telling me about this last time he was here. He's like, yeah, the RX-7 drinks like a pig, so...
Yeah, they are pretty... I mean, like, I got 12 injectors on that thing, so... it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, you know?
Oh, there's no more fuel.
Oh, yeah. You used to see that thing on E85 is... Like, when I do the tail of the dragon...
Yeah.
I cannot run E85.
You run out before you finish.
Yeah, it starts to throw like lean protection.
Oh my gosh.
On my way back up the tail. It burns it out fast. I think I mean I could tune it down so it doesn't use as much fuel, but I like the way the car feels, so I just leave it alone.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah, I get it. Why do you have this, like my BRZ? Why do you make it spin 8,000 RPM? It's not even reliable. It'll blow up faster. Because it feels great. What you mean?
Exactly. That's why a lot of people say. They're like, yo, why do you, like, you know, how do you rev your car to like 10.5? Because that's what I rev the RX-7 to. It's like, I don't know. Just build it right, you know?
Just gotta do it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I built that car, so like, I guess I know the limits of it. But then the beauty of it is that when you build your own car too, when you're comfortable with it, sometimes you can go above the limit.
Oh yeah.
Right?
As long as you're willing to accept the consequences of certain things might just fall apart.
Oh, 100%. Exactly. And that's the beauty of it, is that like, with that car in particular, I've owned it for 13 years. There are times where you do push the limit. 13
years on the RX-7?
Yeah.
We should talk about that because I think, you know, I don't think I've seen your car. I've seen your car when it was still red with the RE Mamiya wheels with the Sabre livery on it. Oh. At that point, where was that car? That car has DCT yet, even? Nope. Yeah. So, but you had the car before that, right?
Oh yeah. I bought that. I bought that car as a shell.
Okay, so when you bought it, it was just a shell?
Yeah.
How long ago with these 13 years, you said?
I bought it in 2012.
2012. Okay.
Yeah.
So run it by me. How did... The ADHD is going crazy. We can talk about the Evo later. So you bought this car as a shell, and then it became what we see today now throughout 13 years of your ownership.
So I guess like we got to backpedal a bit. So like the origin of me owning an FD started actually with my mom.
Okay, your mom. How did mom get into this?
She had an automatic FD.
Okay.
Which I still have to this day.
Okay, she still has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I absolutely hated that car.
Oh.
I never drove it. I did not like it because it was automatic.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, you know, like the whole kid mentality, right?
Manual cars are the best cars. Yeah. Automatic is for broke people and stupid and handicapped. Mom, are you so stupid?
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? And I had my FC. I thought
Okay.
it was big shit, you know? Turbocharged. I used to hoon it, slide it.
Rotary, bro.
Yeah, shoot some fire. The car was fun. Then one day I had to move her car, and I took it for a rip. I actually did Forks of Credit. And it was like, man, this thing's incredible.
It's so different.
Why does it drive so elegant? Why does it handle like this? Why does it feel like you want to do more to it? And this thing was bone stock.
And automatic. Remember?
Yeah, automatic. So yeah, it's like at that point I forgot if it was automatic. It was just so much fun to drive. And as soon as I parked that car back, I'm like, I need to find an FD. I'm like, I need to find one.
That's how it started?
Yeah.
You're like, Mom, I hate your piece of shit. Let me take it up for a spin. Oh man, I love this.
Yeah. No, straight up. And yeah, I got it. And I said my dream was to have an all around. I was greedy. I wanted to have a fast, streetable, cool looking car.
You wanted it all.
Not a daily.
But wait, hold on. So, okay, so you found it, but it was a shell.
Yeah.
And it's right-hand drive.
Yeah.
What's the origin to this car? How did that even happen?
That car originated from Japan.
Okay.
I scooped it up for $2,800 US at the time.
Oh, you imported it or you
Yeah.
found it locally?
No, imported.
And you were like, I'm okay with it being engineless.
Oh yeah. No. It had a motor, but it was dubbed like dead. Like it was. That's what it was R grade. You know?
Oh, R grade. Okay.
Yeah. No one knew about it. Like it was a strange car, right?
It's strange for real.
Oh yeah. Trust me, when I saw it, I was like, my buddy who was looking at cars for me, he was like, "There's cleaner ones." I'm like, "Nope, that's the one that I want."
Just gonna say, I felt a connection through the screen.
That's what it was. It was literally like I looked at it. I'm like, "This is the car that I want to build." Why? I don't know why. Maybe I just didn't like myself that much. Who knows?
My guy, you know what you did? You went on Tinder and you're like, that's the one. And was like, yo, she's a red flag and a half. That's the one. My guy, she's missing an eye. That's the one. Okay, so you just felt attached to this broken junker, if you will. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But if it doesn't run, it's R grade, and it's a junker.
It was rough. The car was rough.
Okay.
It was so rough that when I bought it, thankfully the frame was true. Everything was.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't like destroyed or anything. I bought another car as a spare car for it, like just a front cut.
Another FD.
Yeah, just
Okay.
a front cut, right?
Okay.
It was a Blitz time attack car that crashed.
Oh, interesting.
And I managed to scoop the front clip with
Okay.
all the stuff on it, right? So I used most of that to put it back together. Again, here I am, like, I know how to build an FC motor, right? I didn't know if there's a difference between an FD, FC, like what I was getting myself into.
Off tangent. Is there?
Oh, the basics of assembling them, no. Everything
Okay.
else, exterior-wise, yes.
So, like, I guess the accessories and the vacuuming and all that stuff.
Yeah. But aside from that, the motors are just Lego. Stack, you know?
It's a sandwich.
Exactly.
It's a sandwich. See, you got your bread, you got your meats, you put your middle bun,
Yeah.
you got your other patty. It's a Big Mac.
Basically, yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, sometimes you want to add another piece of bread, which you go. Then
Another
you're
piece of,
zero.
now it's a triple patty.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
It's a triple cheeseburger.
Basically, that's what it is. Right? So, but yeah, that car, I had a lot of fun with that car. I went through school with it. I went to work. I sold my FC to keep that car.
Wow.
I had to make a choice at one point, right? I was still paying for school, and I like to work and pay for my own stuff, right? So I was like, okay,
Responsible. Nice.
yeah. I mean, I could have asked my parents, but I have like a pride thing where I think
Good
that
for you.
it's like this is an addiction, right? This is like this is something that you're passionate about. It's a hobby, and I shouldn't have to ask my parents for like assistance on that, right? Keep in mind, like my dad does race he used to race in the Caribbean. He had rotaries, so it was more like a fun thing to like play with. I didn't want it to become like sponsored by mom and dad and that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, I had to make some choices, and it sucked, right? When I sold my first car, but I looked at it, I'm like, you know what, this one was sacrificed for the greater good, because this car I'm going to keep. hopefully for the rest of my life. And yeah, it's it's evolved a lot over the years, I gotta say. Like sometimes on Instagram, I will go back to the first post I made and be like,
That's crazy.
that thing was ugly.
I mean, again, even me, I saw like what 3 to 4 iteration of your car.
Oh yeah.
At one point, it didn't even have the TEs. It was, I remember the REMMEs. You had
Yeah.
ZEs at one point.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, so many. The car just transformed, even from the time I saw the car, right? So I can only imagine from you seeing it from the ground up.
It's changed a lot. Like I
love
always,
evil.
oh yeah. I always look at it like it's a chapter, right? That car is like a book I'm writing, but just with photos.
Yeah.
And every iteration of the car, I look back at it and I can remember exactly that time I was going through, the phase I was in, whether it was emotional or whether it was just like, you know, an event or all these things. Like I look back at it and I laugh at it sometimes. There are moments where I look at the car and I'm like, I wasn't in the greatest state of mind. But it's like chapters. Yeah, it's like different chapters of it, right? And yeah, this chapter, this part of this current build of the car has changed so much. Like it's sometimes I sit there and I'm like, whoa, I think I went a little too far. Maybe I should dial it back a bit. You know, maybe I should build another car. I don't know. I haven't really thought of that, to be honest, right? So it's yeah, that car. I guess that car is me.
People write in their journals and diary. You said, my diary is my car.
That's exactly what it is. You couldn't have said it any better. Yeah, that car is as cringe as it sounds. It's like I've laughed in that car. I've cried in that car. I've been through struggles with that car. Like, man, it's more than a car to me.
Yeah, I get it.
I know people always say that, like, oh, you know, like my car is my baby or whatever.
It's not. It's beyond that though, right? Like it's now the car is a little bit more personal now. It's not just a precious car. It's your car. It's like it's been a part of you. It's almost an extension of you now.
Well, I mean, like even at work or even my parents and stuff.
Yeah.
My friends and family, they'll be like, "Oh, how's Saber?" Because that's the name of my car. All right. And back in the day, they'd be like, "Oh, like you still working on that RX-7?
The car's working. The car's running. Is it broken again?
Yeah, exactly. But now they're like invested. Like, oh, how's Saber? I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, it's home. Or oh, it's it's at the shop. Or oh, like I took it to the track. Oh, okay, cool.
I took it to the show and I did a 2-step.
What up? Yeah. Iconic. The 2-step stuff.
Bro, the 2-step blows my freaking mind, bro. Especially at Import Expo that happened.
And that was the tame one.
No, that's the tame one.
Yeah,
My guy goes, I'm not gonna 2-step. It's a new motor. Nah. I'm talking to Mayank and them, and we're like, yeah. What happened? I thought what happened? And it's like, it's Sanjay. I thought he said he's not gonna 2-step. Yeah, we all thought he lied.
It's the beauty of like, I guess I'm so confident in the way I build my motors that,
which is good.
Yeah, like I've been through it. Like I've built motors for a long time now. Since my first motor was when I was 15 years old, right? And yeah,
your age is showing.
Oh, trust me.
Your age is showing.
That car. All those rotary engines stress you out. Like it's bad, you know. Like, but I build them and I build them with passion, right? Like I don't build them because
more passion.
Yeah.
More energy. More passion.
It's like you build those cars, you gotta have a passion. You can't build them and hate it.
Yeah, that's redundant at that point. Why did you even bother?
I build it with the sole expectation to completely abuse the living piss out of that motor.
Good choice of word there, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what I built it for. It wasn't built to be, let's go on a Sunday cruise and like no. One day I want to cruise it. One day I want to beat the hell out of it. One day I want to go to Florida. One day I want to go to the tail. Like I built it for an all-purpose, and it took a lot of tries. It actually took, I lost count. It took a lot of tries to get that perfect combination. And now that I have it, and it's like the perfect combination, and I copied it into the billet motor that I made.
Right.
I'm expecting it to just basically be like, I guess, like an evolution of.
It's like more robust now too, right? Because of billet motor, so
it's perfected, right?
Mhm.
Well, hopefully, hypothetically, it should be perfected, but obviously anything can happen, right?
yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I don't want anything to happen to Saber. Hey, look.
Yeah, that motor was a lot of fun to build.
Mhm.
That was probably the most stressful motor to build.
What was the stress? Walk me through it.
I was under a lot of pressure because believe it or not, the way that I built my first motor, the one that everyone knows me for, the flame shooting 10 plus motor.
Import Fest special.
Yeah.
Crowd favorite.
I built that motor 4.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember how I built it because I had a case of beer. And I remember building that motor, waking up on the couch, and there was a sticky note on it that said, "Please torque when awake." And I was like, I woke up and I was like, shit, yo, damn, I pulled an all-nighter on this. Okay, let's see. So I look at it, I'm like, okay, torque it, click, 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 do my thing, rotate it down, crank it by hand, got compression. I was like,
nice.
I don't know what I did last night, but it looks good.
Good job yesterday, me.
Yeah. I put it in, and I remember I didn't even break it in. I pinned it right to 9 grand down the street, full boost pull with a DCT.
Nice.
And I was like, it started hot, started cold. I'm like, okay, I guess this is good.
Very nice.
But it was a temporary motor. That motor was never supposed to last that long.
Oh.
It was a motor that I built because I hated seeing the car without a heart, right? And I was like, man, like, it sucks. Like, I get FOMO, right? Even though it's winter, I just get FOMO that, like, you know, the car's dead.
Yeah, of course. You wanted to at least be able to start it and be like, hey.
Yeah. But then that motor became a full-time support. Like, that thing was a champ, and I still have it.
When was this? Like, when did you build that motor? Do you remember?
I built it during my birthday, so it was January-ish.
But, like, when? Like, what year, you think?
4 years ago?
4 years
4.5
ago.
years ago, so
okay.
like...
So 2020.
Yeah, COVID time-ish.
COVID time.
Yeah.
COVID time was best time.
It was aight.
Build a motor, it's aight. Lasted 4 years, it's aight.
I think I did CSCS that time. I finally had time to do CSCS, and it was a great time. I didn't track the FD, I tracked the FC. The Mango Special, which was amazing. So
that's how I met you, actually. I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Randomly, like, it's too soft. Click, click.
Yeah, that was the max attack.
Yeah, they're like, it's too soft. Well, we can't do much now. Click, click. Yeah, it's only soft on right turns. All right, come to the left side. Click, click, click.
That's what it was. Yeah.
If it works, it works.
It was a fun car. That was a fun car. I love that car. I still have it.
You still have it? The Mango?
Yeah. Well, it's not Mango anymore. It's the white one now.
Oh, you painted it back white? Nice.
Yeah.
Is that so why? That car just, that's just another spare toy?
Yeah. It's become a guinea pig in a way where, again, like, I have a problem where I don't like when things are simple. Yeah. I need to try new things. I get, like, otherwise I get antsy. Like, I need to try a different turbo setup. I need to try a different exhaust setup. Like, I need to try different intakes. Like that's why I went with the DCT. Because I was like, no one did it at the time. And it's like, let's try something new. So that car, yeah, I could have brought that car today, but sometimes I just like fiddling around with, like, I like having different things. Like, that one's all motor now. It's all peripheral port, DCT. It's great. It's a nice all-around car.
It's also DCT.
Yeah. That car is an absolute riot to drive, though. Like, it is terrifying because you need to rev it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all motor, so it's got nothing down bottom. But
it's
when
like nothing. 8,000 RPM. Here we go.
It feels like VTEC. It's like you're like, holy shit! Like, why is it? And then with the DCT, you just go into gear. You
just slams gears for you.
Yeah, and it just keeps pulling. It's like, when does it stop? I don't know. And then you're like, oh, okay, the car is going a little too fast. Let's back it down.
Chill, daddy.
Yeah.
Chill.
Exactly.
Holy.
Yeah.
So then you have a new K truck.
Yeah.
But it's not the same motor as that one. It's something else.
No, that's a copy of. Yeah. I don't know where that motor go. I don't even know where that motor came from.
This guy's like, I have too many toys.
I built
I
that
don't remember
motor.
Jack.
Oh yeah, that's a copy of my import fest motor.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I built that motor to put into the FC because I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. I was like, okay, I perfected this. Let's make a copy of it. So I made another copy and tuned it. It was great. Same power, almost identical power to my FD. And then I ended up pulling all the turbo stuff off and throwing it into the K truck.
That's all it was. Okay.
Yeah. So that motor is overkill for that platform, but it's gonna last forever.
Anything that's more than the 660cc engine that it has is overkill for the platform.
It has 1.3 liters, so it's like
You effectively double the displacement, sir.
Exactly.
And you quadrupled, if not fivefold, the power output.
Exactly.
I love how you just said exactly. Like, yeah, exactly.
You need it. Even if you don't think you need it, you just have to like envision it. You know, I like chaos in a way. That's why I'm a rotary guy. You know, I like the unpredictability of like, is it gonna start? You know, like, no, actually I hate that. But it's like,
you talk like, yeah, it's gonna start. I love it if it doesn't start.
like,
Oh
no,
my
no,
god.
no, I absolutely hate that. The one thing I pride myself on is I can go out to my car and I can key on from outside, fire it up, and it idles. I don't have to go in there and play with the gas pedal and do all these things.
No choking, no none of that.
No. It just fires up like a regular 2024 car, like a brand spanking new car out of the dealership. Crank, light up, put it in gear, and go. I hate that when people spend like $30K on a build and you can't even. It doesn't hold idle when it's cold. Like, come on, man. Like,
what was all that about then?
Yeah,
you bought a paperweight. You spent $30K for a paperweight.
Yeah, it's like the quality, that part that the finesse of it. You should be spending that time on the motor. You're not doing it. So then it kind of like, yeah, I mean, if it's just for a show, who cares? You don't even care if it runs. You just push it in if you want.
Oh, can we not? The SEMA kind of ruined that. Like that. What the Lamborghini swap Miata? It's a Lamborghini swap. God. The engine's as big as the car.
Yeah, those are weird builds. But there's a ton of that these days, though. There's a lot of non-runners that show up, and even cars that barely run go to shows and stuff.
But it runs. As long as I have a very low bar for shows nowadays. It's so low, it's almost Mariana's Trench level, like of low. As long as the car can run, and it's different and unique enough, you know what? I think it's allowed to be there. My problem is when everybody's like, it's a stock car with wheels and be like, it's a show car. No, hold on.
The cookie cutter builds.
It's worse than cookie cutter. You know why? At least a cookie cutter is supposed to look nice.
True. Good point. Good point.
When I see there's literally a stock car, no mods, but it has different wheels now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, you know what they did? They did like, eBay or Alibaba, like weird ducktail. They stick it onto the car and then it's wheels like, that's not a mod. That's not a show car.
Yeah.
That's your mom's car that you hopped up. Like, no, stop. Please, no. Guys, no.
It's a tough one. It's a really tough one. Like, that's why I don't find a lot of the shows really interesting anymore.
Unfortunately.
It's a tough one because like I see less and less passion.
It's more and more clout chasing.
Yeah, like what can I do to win an award? There's a lot of things you can do, but is that all you're after? Or
just to say, yeah, right?
Yeah, like there's more to it, right? Like than just winning a trophy. I get it. Yeah, some people that's their dream, just to win every show. That's great. But personally, me, I don't care about shows. I mean, if I did, then my car would be more clean. It would have more, theatrics on it and all that stuff. But straight up, I go to a show, I choose up the hell of it, and then I go to KFC to get food. I don't care. If it scrapes or cracks a skirt, don't care. I'll fix it when I got time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a joy of it. And when people see that, they're like, wow, you enjoy this car. Yeah, I really do. After a meet, after a show, you could see I really enjoy my car. So,
well, that two-step though, whoop, yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm all for like car shows and stuff. I think that's the only way to keep this culture alive. Let's be real, right? At the end of the day, tracking a car is expensive.
Yeah.
Race cars is expensive, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
So the show is the only way for the culture, quote unquote culture, to survive. But you still have to respect the culture, right?
Which I find is dying.
Bro, can I be honest with you? Import Expo, when I was there, I made my laps. I walked around it. I think I counted up to only 20 cars that were deemed, in my opinion, like a show car. Yours, Calvin's, it's included in that 20, and the Ford RWBs. And then there's like 14 other.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of cars.
Yeah.
It's not import festival of cars, but there was quite a bit of cars.
Yeah. But
Right?
it's frustrating because when you look at it, right, there's such a diverse version. Like, what is a show car today, right? That's the thing. That definition has evolved so much from like early 2000s.
Is it evolved or devolved?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like for us, it's devolved. But
Yeah.
maybe for someone else, it's evolved, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it became easier. It's like, oh, all I gotta do is Alibaba special my car.
Yeah, let's put a wing on it.
But for us, it's like, no, that is devolving because we were accustomed to, build a custom wide body, like what I did, right? Or
Retrofitting different parts from different cars into your car.
But that doesn't exist anymore because that's become too hard. And there's an easier approach to it, which gets more attention really quickly. You get followers, you get clout. By all means, they do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. But it's what the majority wants today, right?
It's, instant gratification.
Yeah, people just want to see an overnight build,
Yeah.
right? People don't want to see a whole tutorial, on, like a YouTube tutorial for like 1 year of how to build my car. They want to see, can I see it how it gets built in 30 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Da-da-da-da-da. And then they go to a shop and they're like, hey, look how easy it was to build this car. Can you do it for me? No.
No, it's not easy. That's why. Because it'll take me like, how long did it take you? And then half the time at least, right?
Well, that's why when there are people that always ask me, they're like, how can I build a car like you? I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know.
If you drank less beer, maybe that will help.
Yeah, exactly, right? But it's like those things are, like you said, the iterations, right, of my car.
Yeah.
There are times where like you make mistakes and you're like, oh, that was a horrible idea. Let's undo that. And then you back. Then sometimes you might go back to it. Then you go forward. I can't tell someone like this is the perfect setup because for them it's not.
It really isn't. It's
a tough one.
Yeah, because it's too what you want, right? Like what's too much for me is not too much for you. What might be so like bonkers to me might just be mundane. Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. But can we just all agree that like just putting on wheels and lowering your car is not a build? Can we just agree on that?
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one.
It's modified, I guess.
Last time I talked about this, I got in a lot of heat for it.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm on your side. It's fine. What they gonna do? What you know? Huh?
Well, no, they went on a witch hunt for me. Some people, but like
it is what it is.
Like I mean, yeah, obviously it hurts feelings, right? When you say like, oh, wheels and bags are not a build, right? But I mean, it's not the wheels and bags is the issue.
Yeah.
It's the passion behind it.
Yeah, because you like a lot of times people just do it because now that they did it, putting bags on. My car's hot shit now. My car's now a media show car. Right. It's better than the show cars that I've seen at shows.
Right.
It might be because I've seen some very gaudy cars at the shows, but that shouldn't be the spirit of it or the intent behind you doing bags and wheels.
Well, it goes back to how people are building cars just to win an award or get sponsors or whatever. Yeah, okay, fine. That's what they want to do. But see, okay. One thing I've noticed is that there's three types of people that I've seen at shows.
Okay.
They're the ones that go hard to win, right? Like they are show car guys or girls or whoever it is, right? Then they're the ones that get the awards, or whatever. They do their thing. They're known, right? Yeah, they win, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the ones that are getting their way up, right? They're
the work in progress.
Yeah, they're work in progress. They're learning. They're getting in there. They're not perfect. They're learning from the upper tier guys or girls or whoever it is, right? Like, oh, I want to be like that, right?
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Try to mimic it. Yeah.
It's cool. And then you got the ones that, I would like to say they're the ones that are just remembered, right? It's an interesting class where they don't go to win. They don't go to lose. They just go to put on a car show, which is what it's supposed to be. They don't go with a car that's supposed to be spec'd out to win every category, or, you know, this is an award-winning multi-whatever seamless spec build. These are the guys, when you see them, it's like, yo, I remember that guy, or I remember that girl. Like, that car was at Loblaws, just chilling there, and they were getting sushi or something. Oh, that person, I saw them at the bank, or like, you know, oh man, like, that's the car that I remember. So many times I'm like at a show or something like that, and then someone will bring up a story where like, yo, I saw you like on the 427 at like 2 a.m. They're like, damn. Okay. Like, yeah. And you like, I waved to you or something like that. And you were just vibing, you know, then we talked and this and that. Oh yeah, I remember that, you know? I actually came to the show because I heard you'd be there.
Oh, okay.
So many people at Import Expo say that to me.
Makes sense.
Right?
Okay, I see what you mean by that.
And it's like, oh yeah, you know, those are the moments where like people come back to a show, right? Because they're like, wow, I'm gonna meet more people like that. I'm gonna meet people on the street that I actually saw and supported and saw them grow. You know, those are the ones that are remembered. Because even after a show, everyone talks about it, right?
I mean, if you, with the way that your car's set up, sure, definitely will.
Exactly. It's like, oh well, the RX-7, yeah.
Yeah.
The crazy two-step and stuff. But that's what I like to go for, right?
Yeah.
The ones that are remembered. And there's a handful of guys and girls that do that their cars are definitely remembered. I don't know if they win. I'm not sure. I don't think none of us care because we're just there just to party, right? And it just looks, it just brings a good image, right?
Yeah.
Where, wow, there's people out there that actually are just like me or you know, where we're just vibing. We just have a nice car. We're going out, having some fun. Get ice cream, chill, and then we go back to work. Our 9 to 5s, you know, like we're just straight back to
the day's
business.
done. Yeah, back to business.
You know, that's what the beauty of Import Fest is. To be honest, is that last week before the week prep before Import Fest is the most
crunch time
exciting.
for Import Fest is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's exciting because we always leave it till last minute. It's like always like the last minute.
Let's be real. That's our specialty. Even at school, let's be real. Oh, project is due tomorrow.
Yeah.
Project is due a month from now. I'll do it last night. I'll do it on the last night. The last 3 hours before I had to wake up. You go to class. You're half awake. You're like, what happened? I had to finish my assignment. you got bags under your eyes and stuff. Yeah, same thing. Nothing really changes.
Greatest feeling, man. It's fun because like I don't really prep. I just fire up the car. Just take it. It's just like Motorama.
Well, you're at that point now, right? Because your car is basically built to what you want it to be, and now it's just the minor tweaks. Let's be honest, right?
Just built it to have fun.
Right. Yeah. So I guess out of the 3 tiers of people you were talking about, you're more on the memory side of things, right? The people to be remembered.
Yeah, like not in a clout way, but more just, I guess. I want to just like support those that are trying to get into it, you know. I never try to deter someone and say like you can't do it. You know, like for example, there's like the younger generation. I mean, it depends on them to keep it going. Unfortunately, it's a tough one, and everyone is kind of scared to get into it because you know you see like an FD for example where these cars are almost unobtainable at one point now, and they're like, man, my dream car's an RX-7. It's like, okay, I believe in you. I think you could do it. Yeah. And that simple sentence...
It's enough to start a whole cascading effect, yeah.
I know one person in particular that I told them this, 6 years ago. I was like, dude, I think you can get an RX-7. You just gotta... It's gonna be a struggle, but you can do it. And
if you really want to, you can.
Well, bold, he has an RX-7 right now. And he's so happy over ecstatic. He's like, I don't want to build it. I just have it. And I stare at it. I start it sometimes, and that's it. But I know I got it, right? And I'm like, dude, that's great. He's like, I don't want to build it. Yeah. It's important to encourage people, and like, again, the memorable part is very important. Yeah, sure, you don't win much or whatever. Regardless if you win or lose or whatever, it doesn't mean anything.
See, the thing is, I totally agree with that. And it's like, it's just that when you, there's only one thing I want to add to it is that when it comes to a car show, please, it's not, do it because you want to, not because you're trying to.
Oh God, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
You don't try too hard. That's the thing.
Yo, one thing I can't stand is people who have to like trophy hunt.
It's crazy to me. Like, if you have to go through that effort, to just do all that, it's too much.
Like I'll be honest, like I've won enough times at Import Expo, for example, that if I don't win, I don't care. I have a few, and you know what? One is enough. They always say 2 is too many. So you know what?
2 is too many.
That's it. I don't care. Give it to someone else that worked hard. I don't care. I'm just there to just two-step and just have fun. Like give someone else a chance.
I'm even simpler, bro. I go to shows, not to win, but just to literally be there for the sake of
for the vibe. Yeah,
for the vibes. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I think my car, even for my own car, it's not a show car by any means because it got beat on. Just paint missing on the car, but it's the idea that like people still you go for the vibe and the sake that it's a community thing. Right? Realistically, you get to meet some cool people while you're at it. But like, you know what? I think my problem with those quote unquote cookie cutter builds, the problem I have is they all think they go there and they deserve to win something.
Yeah,
I think that's my problem with them. And now that I'm seeing it from what you just explained, the 3 perspectives of the guys that actually go to win, the guys that are work in progress to become the next hottest car, and then the ones that go for memory's sake, for the vibes. Let's just call it that.
For the vibes,
right? Yeah, I think that's why shows should still go on. But those people that are just doing it for the sake of clout chasing, need to freaking stop. But that's a different story.
Yeah, it's tough though because so when you look at the cars. It's like sometimes you don't know like who's doing it for clout and who's not, right?
Yeah.
Some people have a really sick car and they're just vibing, but then the same person, that same car could be built by someone who's clout chasing. See, and then it's like, oh, that car doesn't have passion, right? It was just cobbled together, right? It's like, okay, cool. That's what you like, but then they don't get recognition in the scene, and then they get mad.
They get upset that why
people don't appreciate me, look how much I spent. It's like, dude, like no one asked you to do that, right? You're supposed to build it and also have a persona with it. If you don't have a persona, then like, what are you doing, right? Like,
let's be real. Let's be honest here. If you're literally doing it for the sake of winning stuff, is it really for yourself?
Well, then you start to hate the car. You start to resent the scene. Then when you don't have your car, you don't want to talk to anybody. You feel irrelevant, right? And the whole point is like you don't want to. The whole point of these shows is to build a connection with the people that are going to the show.
Honestly, yeah. Like if you're if you're just going to the sake of winning a trophy, what does that even mean? What does that mean at all? What weight does it hold?
It's funny though because it's become such a pressing situation where like there's people like that cry and whine about like, oh, I didn't get this award and like there was only one car in the class and this. It's like, dude, who cares? Go to another show. I don't know.
Keep going until you win. Then like keep building your car.
I haven't won an Import Fest ever.
Oh really? I'm surprised. I'm actually genuinely surprised.
Never won 5 years.
All right, so maybe this is the year.
That's what I say every year.
Let's go! I mean, the project car is going. I haven't shown you the project car yet. Ooh. At this point, yeah, it's been known, but I'm doing a build series on this car. I'm trying to it's a work in progress as well. But,
nice.
Yeah.
That's good though.
That's the thing. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Keep going until you get to the point where you finally win something. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't always. Winning an award shouldn't be your main goal, but if it's a byproduct of it, good. The award doesn't really mean much at the end of the day, other than the fact that it's the baddest whatever category you want, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like, you win, you win. If you don't win, I mean...
Yeah, I love my Honda Fits, so that's the project car in the back. It's a Honda Fit. I love my little Honda lunch boxes.
I was thinking of bringing something new this year. Import Fest.
Yeah, you're evil. You're evil.
Nah.
Your Evo would be so sick.
I wouldn't bring the Evo.
Bro, it'd be so sick. Just put a 2-step tune on it real quick. PPG just show off like you have a dog box.
Oh man, that'd be too chaotic.
See, look at it.
I love that car, but I also hate that car sometimes.
But no, I get it. Oh, it's a left-hand drive too.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I was that car. I do enjoy that car a lot. I do. If anything, it actually saved my FD from a lot of extra abuse because I used to daily the RX-7, right, a lot.
Yeah.
And then when I got this, I was like, all right, you were the new workhorse. Do my errands, and it just did it.
Not the K truck, right? Yeah, the K truck is a toy too.
No, the K truck was really reliable too, but sometimes I need to go more than like 20 kilometers away from home. That's how I got that.
I need to hit the highway, guys.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, I don't feel like flipping over on the Skyway Bridge, so. But, yeah, I absolutely love that Evo though. It's
when it was this pose. I remember this.
yeah, this one shook a lot of people's brains, you know, because there's a rumor how there's a couple guys saying like, oh, I never finished the K swap, but it's like the all-wheel drive setup,
and you're like, here you go, boys.
But I just don't have to publicize everything. Sometimes I just vibe. Like when I popped out of this out of nowhere with a K swap, everyone's like, yeah, everyone's put the motor in, but like, does it work? Yeah, it works. Took me a weekend. Like
I made it work.
Yeah, it was great. Like it was fun. Would I do it again? Probably, but I don't know. Like
probably you'll do it again.
Yeah, if I ever got another Evo, yeah, why not? 4G's fun, but if you could sell it for 10K and then just start up do a sub 10 grand 600 horsepower K swap build, then yeah, why not?
Yeah. But that's a car that I think could be good with a K swap, just because it's still, you know, horizontally opposed engine. And all that.
It does mess with the weight a little bit.
Ever so slightly though.
No, the front's a lot lighter.
Oh yeah, so yeah, because it's not cast iron; it's aluminum.
Yeah, the front is a lot lighter,
which is better, right?
Yeah, it just messes with the balance a bit. But the one thing that I don't like about it is it doesn't feel like an Evo.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive system is very noticeable.
Let's be real, right? Yeah.
The Evo all-wheel drive system is
so good,
absolutely god tier. Like,
yeah.
I remember when I had mine in Japan in 2015. I had an Evo 6, and that thing was incredible.
I'll tell you right now, Sanjay, I had this big debate about North American Evos and JDM Evos, because North American Evos don't get AYC.
Yeah,
until you get an Evo 10.
Yeah.
But the AYC is the defining characteristic of that car, and the North American cars don't have it, and it really feels lacklusterous.
You can get an AYC. There is a guy here that he actually has a blue one just like me.
To retrofit it for you?
No, it has AYC in it.
Oh, because I heard that you can't. Oh, well, at least in the stateside, from what I understand, you can't get them at all.
No, it's a state car.
Yeah,
it has it. I've driven it before, and it drives very different from an AYC, the non-AYC car.
Yeah, the non-AYC cars is where I don't know if I can call that an Evo.
It's tough, yeah. Like, thankfully, that one's a non-AYC, because if it was, I don't think it would have been that easy to do that whole.
I don't know if you can.
No, you wouldn't be able to get it to work properly because there's so much theatrics, like there's so much technology that works, like with the center locking diff and this and that and.
The yaw sensor and all that.
There's a lot of tech on it. So I mean, the Evo is phenomenal for that, right? I think that's why, like, it drives great, but the handling is not like an Evo, right? It feels like an Evo. It feels like a Lancer almost, right? With
two more wheels driving in the back.
Exactly. Like, I'm not trying to downplay it.
Rally art.
yeah. I'm not trying to downplay it, but it drives different. Like, I can't say it drives better. No, that would be like a disrespect to the Evo community.
I have friends out in Cali that has Evos, and they said just put it like a locking diff in the back and stack it till you get to the point whatever you like it to.
Oh yeah.
And that's the fix to it. But I still go like, I feel like that would work for like to improve upon what you have already.
Yeah.
But it's still not going to give you what the Evo was supposed to be, if that makes sense.
So the biggest challenge I had with the Evo was when I first did the all-wheel drive setup. I needed to find a way to make it more rear bias.
Yeah. I saw in the video you're still mostly front.
Yeah. So I had a huge problem where I wanted it to be more rear bias, but then I had a problem on top of that where if it was rear bias, it would bunny hop when I would accelerate.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's because the Honda stuff isn't supposed to be
Yes.
drive by
Yes.
it.
It's not.
So you're putting too much strain on the transfer case, which led me to blowing up my first transfer case that time.
Okay.
Where-
Let me adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh man, like that was a bad idea. So then I start, toning it down a bit, and then it was fine. But then it was like, when I launch it, like I feel the front hook rather than the back kicking me first. Then I went back that way again, and then it blew up another one. And I was like, okay, that was a bad idea. So then, yeah, you have to fight with that. But the Wago diff setup is literally the best way to do it, right? Where it's almost, I would say you can get it like almost 50-50. Again, I'm not a Honda guys. I just put it together and assume that that's how it's supposed to work. So.
I just realized all your cars are Frankenstein. I just realized.
I don't have a regular car.
You don't. You're
Well,
not a regular person.
No, I'm an irregular person, so I need to have irregular cars.
Special, bro. Oh my lord.
I mean, I don't like when people have what I have.
That's true. I get it.
Yeah. I'm very own way, I guess you could say. That's a Caribbean way of saying it. I'm very own way. Where we don't like we want to be different, right?
You want to be Sanjay. You don't want to be that guy. Someone copies you, you don't feel like.
Yeah, like I don't want to be like, yo, your car reminds me. Oh, that's the worst feeling I ever get. When
hey, that's like
that.
my car.
Like, I hate when my car gets mixed up with someone else. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't offend me, but it's just like more like, oh, I need to do better. I need to switch something.
Not gonna lie, I mean, even when I did the whole like 8.6 swap on my car because I wanted that body kit, I realized a lot of other people have done it as well, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my friend also has this kit." You're like,
Yeah, you're like,
how do I make this different?
Exactly. You see, that's the first thing that comes up in your brain. It's like, okay, wait, how do I make this guy know that my car is different from that other guy's car? Boom, right there. That's for me. It's like, okay, I go a little extreme. Instead of changing the color or something, I'm like, DCT.
I'm a little bit more basic. I'm a little bit more basic. Oh, carbon fenders is fine.
yeah. No, it's fine. It's like everyone has their own way of like, moving that way, right? I just choose the most unobtainable way in a way. It's like
you're a mad scientist. That's all it is.
I mean, if I can think of it, chances are I can.
You can do it.
Yeah.
I don't have the mental capacity. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not go out of my way. I'm gonna be very honest with you. The way you did your RX-7, it's way too crazy for me. I'm gonna be quite frank. If I had an FD, if by chance of God an FD fell in my lap, it's perfect. And he's like, do whatever you want to it, Michael. It's up to you. Your budget's unlimited. Even with an unlimited budget, I don't think I would put a DCT in it. I won't do a crazy wide body. I won't be trying to mix match 700 horsepower out of it. Honestly, it might just be maybe I'm just basic.
No. I like hearing this. This is great.
I'm like, I'll probably do like a RE MME replica car, like a kit car, like like exactly how that car looks. But instead of a 3-rotor car, it's still the 13B with maybe a single turbo now instead of a twin turbo. Yeah. And then just go on my day. I don't even know what color I wanted it. I don't know if I want to go carbon everything. I just know I would not do this.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's a great way to look at it because if I was to able to travel in the past and talk to my my younger self, I'd be like, dude, whatever you do, please don't go down this route. Just
don't. I saw what happened.
Yeah.
Don't buy the FD.
just don't do this. Just don't even go in the car community. Just don't go. Do not do this.
Do not, please.
Right? But unfortunately, knowing me how boneheaded I am, I'd probably end up in this route anyways. Because the only reason why I went with like, molded wide body and, like the mashup of clashes of kits and stuff like that is...
So sorry, but I'm going to cut you off real quick. The whole wide body is not like a full like one kit. It's a mixed match of stuff, right?
Yeah. It used to, when I originally did it, it was a mashup of Rocket Bunny and Mazda Speed. And then I really hated the Rocket Bunny front fenders because they looked wide, but you couldn't run anything wide.
Oh.
Yeah, they just have like it was designed to just be a show fender. And I was building it for shows at the time, but I can't drive it. It sucked, right? It was boring, and you had to go in air, which I refused to do at the time. So I spiced it up. I made my own front fenders.
So that's a custom front fender.
Yeah. Well, the carbon ones, no. The carbon ones are TCB Magic.
Oh, TC. Oh, that's
Yeah.
TC Magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the other iteration of my car, when it was all yellow, like in,
Yeah.
in my shirt here,
Yeah.
like how it's yellow there,
Yeah.
those ones I made by hand. Those were pan
Mm.
speed fenders that I originally had, and then they weren't wide enough for my Z40s when I used to track the car heavy, and those were dry carbon, and then
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I learned to make those fenders out of dry carbon. Like I had to learn. I was like, oh, they're carbon. Let's add more carbon to it. And yeah, it was, yeah,
This kid.
yeah, yeah. Those fenders, yeah, those fenders are 85 mil wide in the front. Yeah.
What's your wheel spec setup right now?
18 by 14 in the rear minus 32.
18 by 14?
Yeah, and then 18 by 12 minus 32 in the front. Yeah.
When people want to RWB the world, you said, let me have an ARC-7. Holy crap.
So that's why I don't know if I posted the photo. I think I posted the photo of when I was beside the RWB
Yes,
car.
you did. I saw it just now. But
I wanted to see how wide I was compared to the RWB, and I actually don't think I'm wider than the RWB. I was kind of like shook by it.
RWB is really, really wide.
No, but that's the Heavenly kit. So
Yeah.
this is the kit that I always dreamed of someone doing in Toronto, because I always wanted to see, is this kit actually wider than my car? I don't necessarily think it is wider, because I wasn't able to measure, obviously, but it's like, I mean, I think he's on a 355 on the back or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's stretched a little bit.
I can find a 355. I can't find I don't even know where the hell you found a 355 for that car.
Toyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 335 is what are you running tires?
315 and it's stretched.
Yeah.
Like
what
hell,
what tire are you running?
Toyo.
Oh, R888Rs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are R888Rs. You should be able to get it.
I had no idea, to be honest. I bought those tires when I was in the States, so I had no idea. I didn't know.
I mean, just look for it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand, but I love the RWB stuff, which is why I'm always there, right? I know the people and all that, and like, it's sometimes it's just so jarring why people want to go so wide. Like, not just the RWB in general. I'm talking about wide bodies in general, right? And it's now a comparison contest too.
That yellow one is probably my most favorite one ever.
Same. And that's because I know the person, but same.
I actually never got to talk to the person that owns it, but I've never been drawn towards an RWB like that, because the way it came out, maybe it's the color, I don't know, but it just looks
color bias.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. But it was like it just looks right. The way it was done.
Honestly,
it was really nice. It flows. It's like round and nice. And you know, a lot of people say like, "Oh, it's too wide."
No,
man.
No.
It was sick.
If you're gonna go wide body, you might as well go all out, I guess. Maybe I found my answer to that one. Because honestly, I also say one day, hopefully, I can actually get privileged enough to have an RWB of my own and go through the whole entire, hiring him, coming in stuff.
What motor would you put in it?
So, I already have this all planned out in my head. If I had money, if money was not a problem anymore, I'll actually go find a crashed one. I want a 993. I think 993 is the pinnacle. Yeah. Also, you can do heavenly white, which is nice. So a 993, I still want a cab. I think if I want to stand out, I'm gonna be really standing out. And then from there, because of that, I don't care to have Porsche like. Has to be a Porsche flat 6 anymore. Yeah. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. I'm struggling between, since money's no object, right? I'm struggling between getting a modern day GT3 RS motor with the ST's flywheel and then mating it to the 6-speed from the GT3, right? Actually, the ST, I might as well. I've had the money, I might as well go ST. Yeah. So I want to do that. Realistically, so it'll be roughly around the same. It would be the heavenly wide. It'll be the cab. It'll be like exactly like this, but mine will be pink because I can. So, and then with the GT3 RS engine with the ST flywheel and all that stuff. Right. But another side of me is like, what if? Don't know if it's been done yet, but a 4-rotor kind of tickles me fancy too. It'll just be a 787B if you think about it.
I feel like you and Thomas had this conversation once.
Me and Thomas are very autistic.
Yeah.
So we would talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think what Thomas, like, yeah, me and Thomas had random conversation about nonsense, but
Yeah.
I'm also a bit of a purist at heart. But then because of the RWB thing not being so, it's an antichrist. Let's be real. Every Porsche purist hates this car.
Yes. Yeah.
Only realistically car enthusiasts and little kids really like the car, right?
Yeah.
We're car enthusiasts. We're not little kids.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So that's the thing. There's so many ways around it. If money was no object, I think would probably go down one of those two routes. I thought about LS at 1.2 because the LS fits in there so nicely.
It does, yeah.
But then I don't know if I want to sound like a Corvette. That was my thing. Because with a four-rotor, I really love how the 787B race car sounds. And I would, because again, with the unlimited budget, I would do my best to try to replicate that motor to make it sound like that. It's already mid-engine.
Yeah.
This is rear engine, so technically it's a little bit far. But still, it'll still have the similar effect, right?
Yeah.
And then effectively, I become just the Porsche 787B.
In a way, yeah. Yeah. That'd be pretty nice. I would say, yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, but it has to be a crashed one because I don't have a stomach to find a clean one for like $100,000.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then chop it up for X amount.
Yeah.
And then put another 2 cars worth of engine into it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's why it has to be a crash one, and then it's honestly so my wallet can handle.
Yeah. I would definitely rotary swap one if I had one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But would you do a 13B swap with turbo, or you just be like, 26B?
I would contemplate doing L motor, but I know for a fact I would be drawn into doing my typical 13B fat Bridgeport setup, and I would track the living hell out of it.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
There's a 993 Cabrio. The owner, he dailies his car as much as he can.
Yeah.
Like he said, the new update was he's put 30K on it since 2023. That's when he built it. And he's so he judged
smokes.
it. Yeah.
That's what I would do. I would just track it, daily it. It would be a replacement for the FD, really, you know?
Yeah, honestly. So.
Yeah. I'd be doing the same thing. You know? I think
it'd be.
Yeah. I think it would be the best way to do it, you know? Just track it, have fun, street it, go to car meets, I don't know.
I mean, it's an RWB, you're going to show off.
Definitely two-step
You got to show off.
Definitely two-step it a lot. Yeah.
It's okay. What's the worst that can happen? They shut it down? They give you a ticket?
No, I want to go to a car meet, like a public car meet and two-step. I don't do that. That's like...
That's asking for trouble.
Yeah, I don't do that kind of stuff. I'll go to, like, if it's like a sanctioned meet, right? Like, you know, we have like Import Fest or Import Expo at the end of it where you're allowed to showboat a little bit, you know? Okay, fine, sure. But I would never go to a random parking lot meet and do that.
Yeah.
That's a big no-no.
In case you do and you get in trouble, have you met my sponsor? My ultimate segue. I was waiting for this, bro. I just squeeze this in stuff here. Williams Legal Services.
Oh my God.
I mean, you know, gotta do what I do for my friend and my sponsor, right?
You gotta hustle, yo. I respect the hustle.
Exactly. But, you know, yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I haven't talked about him all this episode. I really should.
You're gonna feel so nice.
It's always.
I feel so nice. That was like a real smooth way to just like
get you to talk some nonsense and then be like, hey, have you met William?
Jail tickets? Oh, well, do I know who you need to use?
William's Legal Services. But yeah, do you see yourself getting RWB though? I know you say you want to do a rotary swap on a Porsche, but
it's in the pipeline.
Yeah.
I have thought about it many times. The thing is sometimes I look at certain builds and I don't think they're for me. Right? Where like I feel like I respect them so much, but I don't think I can fit in there. You know, like there's some builds like, okay, like I'll never picture myself in a in a Ferrari. I'll never picture myself in a Corvette. You know, as much as I dream of having a Corvette, I would never imagine myself being in one. Right?
Interesting.
There's certain things where like I feel like I just don't fit in it. And RWB, I think I would build one. But it would be like another car that I actually built that I've never driven, and I don't think like I just feel like it's out of place. Like I don't like it doesn't extend. It's not an extension of me.
So you don't, because you never driven a Porsche yet.
I've driven a lot of Porsches.
Okay, but you don't feel like it's you?
No, because it's the RWB in a way is Nakai-san, right? So it's hard for me to add my touch to it when his uniqueness is so powerful, right?
Yeah.
Like how do I like that's my problem. It's like how do I match that? I don't know how to match that. That guy's insane, you know?
I mean, your RX-7 is pretty much there in my personal opinion.
But it's like collabing the two together. How do you do that? Right?
Yeah.
Like if I could do a four-rotor, like you said, right? Like the four-rotor is a great idea. But I feel like it doesn't blend with his style, right? It clashes with it, and you don't want to clash. So you need something like it's a tough one. So that's why I look at it. I'm like, yeah, it's sick. I would build it, but would I drive it? No. I would look at it all the time, but what I would do with it, I don't know. I'd still jump in the FD and be like, all right, I can save right there. I'll just.
That's your car, because that's yours.
Yeah. It's a hard one. Maybe if like I did end up doing it, it would be a totally different story. But the way that I look at it is like that is a work of art the way it is. I don't imagine myself driving it.
You don't need to modify a Jackson Pollock photo or art piece. You just you don't want to file it, right? Yeah.
Exactly, because I know me, I'm gonna spice it up, and then people will be like, "Oh,
you ruined the picture! Ah, my God!"
Yeah, it's like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Oh, why'd you take that out? Why'd you change his flare? I'm like, because I'm just like weird like that. Sometimes I look at it, I'm like, yeah, this could be wider.
Oh, heavily wide? How about demonically wide?
Exactly. Next year it's like, yo, why is that thing wider? I don't know. Who did it? Was it not? No. It wasn't.
I mean, I had a problem and I fixed it.
Yeah, it was rubbing a little bit, and I went wider, and then
now it doesn't rub anymore.
Yeah, so you decided to add 20 mil? Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So that's my problem. Is like I'm a tuner, right? I like to tinker, right?
You want to modify it to your own taste.
Yeah. So knowing me and my old man would probably say like, yo, let's make this thing wide. And we'll just make our own kit, right? And then it'd just go crazy. And then it'd be like, yeah, it's like an RWB, but it's not, you know? Because it's just what it is, right?
I mean, Nakai had a part in it, but I like to think that I did it.
Yeah.
I made it too, my way.
Well, that's why I wouldn't want to disrespect him in that way, you know?
Yeah,
he's a super cool guy, and like, I've spoken to him like once or twice back in Driven days. And and he's a funny guy, you know, like, I remember when he first saw my car when it was Rocket Bunny. Was it? Yeah, I think it was no. That was my different front end. The one, I had like an iteration of the car where it was red, but it was like custom fenders again. Totally different. And he recognized the flares that were Rocket Bunny, and he was like, "Oh, you molded them, all right?" And then I was like, "Yeah, I don't like rivets." And he started laughing. He's like, "This is not the way to do the Rocket Bunny." But I like it, right? And I started laughing because I was like, "Oh, okay.
It getting flamed!
I don't know if I'm getting flamed or what," but I think it was just like, oh, it's unique, right? It's a different way.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen an RWB that's molded. And
no.
Chances are, as stupid as I am, I would probably end up molding it just because.
It'll be cleaner.
Yeah, but then it's like, yo, like you disrespected his style.
Yeah.
Right? His style was to be rivet on, rivet off, right? Like bolt on, bolt off.
Even though he cut the whole entire quarter already, like.
Yeah, but it's like a style. Like that's why his style is so controversial.
Yes.
Right? When people look at it, they get mad, but that's his style. That's like when you see an RWB, you're like, I know how that guy built it. He built it by hand. You know that. That's literally the one thing you say. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but he put that silicone on by hand. He cut that fender by hand. He glued what was that thing that apparently he did?
Oh, the tow hook?
Yeah, but he did it by hand. You know, like you know him for those things. Like it's not a bad thing. It's just that's how he is.
The craftsmanship is just it's
cool.
to be admired.
It's not even like, it's not the thing I like is like he's not perfect. But but that's the beauty of it. It's
Exactly.
Like, he's not perfect, but he makes it work.
Oh yeah.
Like the way it's like I'm sure that when he builds those cars, there are things that happen, but he knows how to fix it. He knows what to do. Yeah, he's like, all right, no biggie. I'll figure out a way.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah, like if something happens, I'll fix it and I'll trim it or this and that, and he just does it. That's the fun of it. Is like that's why every car is so unique, because as much as they're all built the same, they have different stories behind them, right?
That's why they're all named. They're all named.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah. I actually did not know that. I thought the owners were naming it.
No, he names them for the build. So he'll be like, this is for whatever, and then it'll be basically planned ahead of time. And then that's why Top Gun, you definitely have an influence of the owner. Mm-hmm. So the owner would be like, I want it to be like this. And then it'll be like, sure. That's why the black one is called Top Gun. I'm assuming that, between him and the owner talking about it, they just came up with that name.
That's pretty cool. Now you look at it, now that I think about it, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty cool way. Like, that actually motivates me to want to do an RWB.
Oh, me too. I
would leave it alone. I wouldn't mess with it because you name it that.
Now it has a soul. Now it's not sentient, but
no. That's why I like my car the way it is, because it has a soul. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the soul changes, but in a car like that, if it's blessed with a soul from like that kind of build, you would want to leave it alone, right?
Oh yeah, which is why also like some people sign the car off and then just ceramic coat it, and it's like that's it, it's done. Because he is the shaman and he went to bless your car.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Honestly, yeah, I never knew that he named those cars. I actually never. Mm-hmm. I've been so like, I'm out of tune sometimes, right? Like, I see the cars, I love the art, right? I love the builds, and then it's like, cool. Mm-hmm. But I never really like dig into it, like what is an RWB, or like, what's the basis behind it, aside from like they're all custom builds, right?
Yeah.
But seeing that's pretty cool that they're all named. I thought someone was just whipping up names on like Wikipedia or
it could be too,
right? Yeah.
Well, it could be too, right? Because some of the names are really outlandish. Like one of them was like what was it? I forgot what it was. It's like Kitchener, Commissioner.
Really?
Nonsense names. I don't remember the actual name, but some of the names are just ridiculous. Like it's like it made no sense. It could be. Maybe. But a lot of them I know, like he actually named some of them. So
pretty sick.
Yeah. Each of them have a name. Each one of them have a name in Toronto. That's for sure. This one's Kansha. My friend and now boss's name's Nagi.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The red one is Adame.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so now I know how these are.
Yeah. I actually don't know what Richards is. From GSOC. I never asked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because he never runs the sticker, nor does he run the plate that says, the name.
Oh.
He just runs RWB 912 because he's the only RWB 912 in the whole entire verse. So
yeah, like in the whole world.
Yeah, Richard's great because he's like, I'll show you how to be cool, one of one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you two would be very fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You two are very similar in that way. One of one RX-7. He has a one of one RWB.
Yeah, man, you got to be unique. Unfortunately, like, it's not like a douchebag thing, but yeah, it goes back to the thing where I hate when people have what I have. I would I want to be one of one. My Evo's it's not one of one, which maybe that's why I don't take it stuff, right?
It's not personal to you yet.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't really have a full souls yet, right? But the Saber, my RX-7, it is one of one.
Yeah.
There is no one that can.
No.
You can copy it, but it won't have that. It won't have that soul that I put in it for 13
Your
years.
car is internationally recognized, not just amongst rotary enthusiasts, but like actual the car scenery, like the car culture itself.
Yeah.
Like your car was featured on some random English guy's freaking Instagram page. Like, there's this RX-7 with a DCT. I'm like, Sanjay.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that hit me up and they're like, oh my God, it's so sick. Like, I know that guy. One guy I saw, he commented on it or something, and he's like, yeah, this guy, like, I went to like it was Christian. He's like, yeah, I went to high school with him.
Yeah.
All right. It was like, yeah, like I started somewhere.
That's so funny.
I just pop out of nowhere and all of a sudden just start throwing money at things.
I still find it funny that you went through high school with that guy. I say it like that, sorry.
Small world though. It's a small world, you know. It's
because he also said like, oh, you should since you have a podcast, you should ask Sanjay. I'm like, I'll get to it, but the man's busy. He's in Japan right now suddenly. So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, you're lucky because I was gonna escape again soon.
That's why I said Thomas, because Thomas said, yo, are you gonna ask Sanjay on? I want to, but when is he free? And then since you said you weren't interested, I'm like,
because this year I'm not gonna be here I'm not gonna be at Import Fest.
oh really?
Yeah.
Finally letting some other Arc 7 be cool.
Someone's gotta carry the torch.
Yeah.
I told my brother to bring his car. He doesn't drive it anymore, so
He has an Arc 7 as well?
it's nicer than my car. He just doesn't drive it.
Nicer in what sense?
It's got soul.
Oh, okay.
It's got soul.
I want to see it.
It's got everything that I wanted to do if I had a second RX-7.
You lived through him vicariously.
Yeah, it's peer pressure.
And
like that car's nice.
Damn, that means Uncle Raymond's would be the coolest one there. Now there's no more competition.
I guess. I don't know.
There's no more competition. Before he'd be like you or him, right? And it'd be, you know.
Nah.
Yeah, let's be real. You two are the only wide body RX-7s anyways.
That car always wins.
Well, you know, because livery's cool, Uncle Raymond's cool, the car is nicely built too. You know, it's a full kit, right?
Yeah.
So makes sense.
It's again, it's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a show car, right? It wins. And that's what it's made for, right? It's made to
the detail,
show.
yeah, because you still daily drive yours. Yours car is still a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas his is really meticulous. Like it's to the T and like there's no scratch. Like there's probably maybe only microscopic scratches from when he loads it into the trailer.
Probably, yeah, exactly. But that's what it is, right? It's a show car. Like those are cars that are designed to bring home hardware, right? And if it isn't bringing home hardware, something's wrong, right?
Luckily, he did it well, and I love it. I love it. Honestly, you do have the best RX-7s in town right now. So
yeah, I'm just bored of here. I'm gonna go elsewhere.
Yeah, welcome to Japan, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyhow, any last words you want to, any last thing you want to talk about, and then call it a night because it's getting a little late.
I don't know. It was just a pleasure to be here, you know, and
it was nice to have you too.
Yeah, you know, it was a fun drive. I got to drive the car down here too, and
it's a nice drive up here. To be fair, like a lot of back roads.
It's great. It's gonna shoot a lot of fire on the way, so
yeah, what?
Yeah, but
any words for the kids, for the up and comers, if you will?
For the kids, honestly, if just do what you want to do, right? Don't do it because someone told you it looks cool or this or that. You got to be your own person. Be unique, right? It's hard to be unique because uniqueness comes with conflict and it comes with criticism, right? Where people don't accept the way you did stuff, right? And it sucks, right? Because you're like, oh man, I could have made my car more cool because this person said to do it this way. No, that's not the case. Build it to yourself. Build it to your personality, because then when someone sees you, you're like, I know you built that car.
That's your car. Yeah, I've seen it before. I know it's your car.
Not you pull up an Instagram page and you're like, oh, your car's like that. Oof, that's a good.
I've seen that car before and mistakes it for someone else.
Oh god, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and also like, you know, I talk to a lot of like my followers and stuff like that all the time. They'll hit me up and be like, hey, what do you think of this? And I'll actually engage with them. Be like, okay, yeah, I think that's really cool. Or like, what caused you to do that? What caused you to, this is what I want to do. My dream is this. I'm like, sick, man. I'm like, do it. I'm all for encouraging people to do it. I'll never discourage someone. I'll never tell someone you cannot do something.
I tell Christian all the time.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah, have to be. Somebody has to knock some sense into him.
If I listen to people saying no, especially here, I would have sold my car a long time.
I don't think you would have a rotary.
No, you know how many people told me that? Oh, there's so many people dogging on my car when I went DCT. Oh, you're just one guy. There's no way you can figure it out. Man, it took me a weekend. Or no, yeah, it took me a weekend. Yeah, it was hard to just lift that stupid thing. It was so heavy. So I created a little table over it. But yeah, like you gotta just be you, be unique. Tired of people,
cookie
tired of
cutters.
these generic people painting their car a color and then just like, or wrapping their car a color, or just doing basic stuff and then they want recognition, man. Like, just be unique. But you start somewhere, right? But just be unique and then have that personality. If you have that personality with your build, the personality will actually build the car.
For real.
That's how it is. Like, if you're a negative person, you will build a car that speaks negativity. If you build a positive car, you'll build a car that speaks positivity. It happens over time, right? It's time. You can't rush it.
Yeah.
And some people just don't have time.
And people just want right now instant gratification.
Oh, that sucks to be them, you know.
So the kids, remember, take your time, do your own thing. Don't take no for an answer.
Listen to this guy. This guy knows you.
No, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I'm still figuring it out. Let's be real.
I don't think anyone knows.
Let's be real. But well, I guess that's it for this episode. So if you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can find Sanjay on somewhere down below, his handle somewhere there.
Yeah, somewhere. It'll be somewhere on like my head or something.
Yeah, I forgot where I put it at this point. They'll figure it out. And then and hit the notification bell to see updates. And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right, then we tap it out. All right.
All right.
Yeah.